We are huge fans of the latest television adaptation of All Creatures Great and Small. And whilst it might not be an accurate portrayal of where James Herriot lived and worked in real life, we are in love with the cinematography and how the show features the gorgeous Yorkshire Dales. This past summer, we visited Grassington twice, with two separate sets of friends who are also mad about All Creatures. It was a highlight of their stay in Britain to finally see the Dales in person and have their pretend James Herriot experience. We are driving into Grassington now, and so far it does not look like a place crowded with Anglophile tourists. All right, we have found the crowds in the Yorkshire Dales. Everyone has come to Grassington because of a TV show, but guilty as charged. I'm here because of the TV show as well. We started out the day in Cheltenham, heading toward our eventual destination of the Lake District. But Krista and I threw ourselves on the sword.
We did.
Pitched a fit.
Fairly violently.
And insisted that we stop in the Yorkshire Dales and specifically come to Grassington because we are fanatics.
Yes, we are.
About a certain show.
The very best show.
All Creatures.
Great and small.
And so we came here, and it's so fun to be here.
It's so beautiful.
Even though it's way too crowded, it's still a gorgeous village. And then I discovered that they were filming here 3 days ago.
Yeah.
We're off by 3 days. I'm so bitter.
It was a sad story.
We really wanted to see the town all dressed for the show. That would have been perfection.
It would have. We're this close.
Yes, but we're happy to be here nonetheless.
Yeah.
We checked out the visitor center and gift shop here in Grassington, where they had some fine books and stuffed animals. Any shop with hedgehogs and otters on offer earns my stamp of approval. From the huge visitor car park on the edge of the village, we headed into the town center in search of things that we might recognize from the TV show. Ian keeps complaining about how this village is suffering from over-tourism and it is just overrun with people. You gotta love a shop called Beautiful Things. So many cafes and gift shops. And beautiful cobblestone roads. Defibrillator phone box. Grassington Village shops open as usual, dressed for filming. I'm really disappointed that these signs weren't up because it would be so wonderful to be here when everything is dressed for filming. I think all this straw is here in the village square in between the cobbles because they were filming recently. I'm thinking this pub that's called the Devonshire is the pub that is the Drovers in All Creatures. Stripy badger bookshop. That is pretty adorable. And that is a fabulous logo for the store. I have confirmed with someone in the know that this pub is in fact the Drovers, and this bookshop is the Greengrocers in the All Creatures show. Tangential comment. Greengrocers is not a word I hear anyone say in the US. If you are American and hear that word in daily life, please correct me in the comments. And if you are British and think nobody says that word anymore, let me know that too. So allegedly this building is what is the veterinary practice in the show. They just put a false front on it so it looks totally different in All Creatures. Fun fact, the Stripy Badger bookshop is the Greengrocers in All Creatures, and after they're done filming, they leave all the real fresh fruit and veg there with the bookshop, and they use it in their coffee shop and kitchen to make vegetable soup. If you love Yorkshire, be sure you are subscribed and click that bell so you don't miss any videos in my Yorkshire vlog series. Someone's cashing in on the fact that the show was filmed here. And this flower shop seems to have quite a bit of gifts relating to the show as well. The setting for All Creatures is the fictional town of Darrowby, so of course this bar in Grassington is called Darrowby's in its honor. Don't get me wrong, I didn't only enjoy the All Creatures aspects of Grassington. It is just a charming and beautiful village in its own right. Definitely worth a visit whether you are television obsessed or not. And this is why Grassington and the Dales in general are just so wonderful to explore, because they're so beautiful, little lanes like this. Forget whether or not a TV show was filmed here. The cottages here are just lovely. This cottage had the most amazing collection of flowers, plants, and ivy. I wonder why this one is called Theatre Cottage. Must be a story behind that. I'd also like to hear the story behind how Scar Street got its name. This made me smile. Here at the top of the village was Low Lane. This is a beautiful little wild-looking garden next to some pretty little cottages. In addition to these lovely magenta blooms, there were also these colorful magenta thistles nearby. This place has all kinds of interesting goods for sale. As well as some interesting signs, both ones for sale and ones that are scolding you to not stand in certain places. And this shop has a lot of magenta things. Now we're headed back down into the town, trying to find where the veterinary office is. Too bad the cake house is closed. That's kind of just what we needed. Come visit the Anvil Gallery if you are looking to buy a wee fairy door. Interestingly, this building is also a place of infamous true crime fame, as indicated by this plaque. Apparently, there was a brutal murder in Grassington in 1766. Tom Lee, the local blacksmith who worked in this building, murdered the local doctor named Richard Petty. Legend has it that they had been betting on a cockfight in Kettlewell, and the doctor won a large amount of money. And after walking back home by way of several pubs, Petty met a tragic end. And when Lee was found guilty of killing Petty, his life was also put to an end when he was hanged in 1768. Let's take a look at some more shops I found interesting in the village. The Rustic Rabbit and Robert Bunny. I thought it was interesting that the Robert Bunny store is also in All Creatures, but there are two differences. Next to it is a laundry, which doesn't actually exist in real life. And also, in All Creatures, the Robert Bunny sign that's painted on the side of the building does not say it was established in 1965, since the show takes place well before that. One tip is that post offices in the Dales and the Lakes are some of the best places to buy souvenirs. Ian saw this sign, so now he thinks he needs to get some ice cream. I love this old pump, but my favorite part is that it says, "No mucky boots, please." This place is just crawling with dogs. I guess every dog owner decides they want to take their pets to Grassington for a visit. Here's the cutest pooch of all. This guy just patiently and obediently waiting for his owner to finish shopping. Here is one more look all around the village square before we leave the center of Grassington and head back out into the countryside. On our drive further into the Dales after leaving Grassington, we made a surprise discovery which was the most exciting of our entire trip. We were happily driving along, enjoying the magnificent views of the Dales, the green fields, the stone walls, the farms which we imagined James and Siegfried and Tristan might visit on their rounds. And then Ian called out, "I think that's Helen's farm." We think we have accidentally happened upon Helen's farm on our drive.
Yeah.
Sure looks like it.
Look, yeah, there's a bridge going
Oh, yeah.
over to it, just like in the show.
After this exciting discovery, we had to pull over to the side of the road and get out and spend quite a while filming, taking selfies, taking photos, and just celebrating this wonderful discovery. Of all my friends, it's a close contest between who is the biggest All Creatures Great and Small fan, Krista or Gary. So of course, when Gary and Debbie came to visit, we had to go back to Grassington. We took this photo by the village sign for Gary's mum, who is also a big fan of the show. But this is my favorite photo of the day. Deb and Gary in front of the location of Skelldale House, the fictional veterinary practice. And just as they were posing, a woman walked by with about 1,000 dogs with her. Once again, Grassington was packed full of dogs on the day we visited, including this woman who brought a few to lunch with her and even had one on her lap at the table. We are back in Grassington with another set of friends who are huge All Creatures Great and Small fans. This time, we're going to eat a meal. We are having lunch here at the Corner House Cafe, and it looks like a great place to eat lunch. Hopefully the food will be as tasty as we think it will be. Here on this magenta wall, we see the specials of the day, and this panini with Wensleydale is calling our name. That was scrumptious. The lemon drizzle cake was good. The panini was very good. But the salads were amazing, 10 out of 10. Gary got these tasty gluten-free seasoned chips. He was once again happy to find a restaurant that was celiac friendly. And here's my amazing beetroot falafel salad. And then here's the panini with Wensleydale in it. And look at how gorgeous. This salad is like a work of art. Should be in a museum. So I highly recommend the Corner House Cafe. Ian's headed into the Drovers. Except it's now the Devonshire. I had to go back to the Stripey Badger bookshop once again, and I discovered what a fabulous store it actually is. The manager and all the staff are super friendly and helpful. They obviously get obsessed fans of All Creatures visiting the shop with some frequency, and they are very kind about answering questions and showing you their mementos of the show. They also have some wonderful things to buy here, like some really fun books, many about animals, including some of my favorite animals. My radar found the otter, books and cards and notebooks in the shop, as well as puffins, of course. And here is the All Creatures Great and Small room. Let's go check it out. Oh my, tea towels and greeting cards, cushions. Oh, how fun. Oh, and here's the artwork from the show. It's so well done. I had to buy this delightful bookshop tote bag for Krista because they didn't have them in stock when she visited several weeks earlier. Grassington is a delightful place to visit. Come here if you love All Creatures Great and Small. Come here if you love the Dales. And come here if you want to take your dog on an outing to a charming little village in North Yorkshire. Now we are off to our next Yorkshire adventures, so please be sure to catch up on any previous Yorkshire videos you've missed already and stay tuned for more exciting installments coming soon. Thank you so much for watching this video and do something good in the world today.